And we are live once again in the Comic Book League, brought to you in part by Jack of All Trivia. Tonight we have a really interesting match. We have a debuting person who's a champion in another league, and we also have a person who is in other leagues as well. So we have James versus Chris. Working alongside me today, we have another champion, the one who beat me in my title for movies. Nicole, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm really good. How are you?
Going good. Are you looking forward to this match?
I am. I'm actually really excited. Comics is completely different than what I normally do, so I'm excited to see a new type of match and see what these guys know.
Yeah, there's not often that comics and wrestling cross together, but when they do, it is glorious.
It is
So I'll get you
indeed.
to go ahead and interview these two gentlemen.
Sure. All right. We'll just go in alphabetical order then. So, Chris, how are you
Uh,
feeling going in this match tonight?
I feel good. Actually, it's funny. The last time I saw you was when you kicked my ass and you get like 6 points in your last match. So it's been shit, that was 9/11. Yeah, it's been a while. No, I'm doing good. It's good to be back. I was dealing with some personal shit. Started college, I moved. So it's good. I'm happy to be back. Last time it just didn't go for me. I lost 1 point to Jay, but it was a very good competitor. And then, of course, we just did an action movie trivia match, and James and I said, "What the hell? Let's face off." So I'm excited, but I'm probably getting my ass kicked on this side.
Okay. What would you say is your strongest and weakest points in comics?
Strongest, I would say DC.
Mhm.
I know a lot of DC. I've actually been studying a lot of my comics lately. Worse,
Okay, what about worst?
probably everything else.
Okay,
Marvel, I'm
great.
iffy on, but like,
Okay, moving on.
sure, I
James.
missed you too, Nicole.
Moving right along. So we have James, who is obviously in the NWO with me. So I'm excited to be alongside here and watch him play, and hopefully he could pick up the win. How are you feeling going in this tonight?
I am feeling great, Miss Queen. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Comics are a big passion of mine. Obviously, I run the Inner Geekdom League here, so I'm very familiar with the movies and a lot of the characters, more or less. Some questions might get a little more deep cut as far as like specific runs. I might have a little bit more of a problem with, but overall, I'm just looking to have some fun and make yet another individual bow down to the NWO, as they all will.
Absolutely. So now you get a lot of hate sometimes for your questions being too hard. How do you feel? like, are you hoping that these questions in this match are like to that level? Are you hoping they're easier? Like, how do you feel about that?
Like I fully expect in certain respects for some of these questions to serve as a piece of karmic justice to a lot of my detractors out there. If you guys really want to see a case of some really, really deep cut questions, or at least some tougher written ones, you should go check out the action movie trivia match that Grant and I just played, courtesy of one
Hey,
Mr. Chris Day. That was quite interesting. But yeah, no, I was say I've had my fill of those tonight, so hopefully Lady Luck is smiling a little bit kinder on me by the end of the night.
Absolutely. Well, obviously, I think you're going to win, and you should because Chris is terrible. But anyway, moving on. That is
Molto grazie.
that is it. Back to Grant.
All right, so we've got two gentlemen looking for their very first victory in the comics. We have one who's had come up this short before and one who hasn't had the chance, so this should be interesting. So, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the Enigma, Chris Day. And his opponent, fighting out of the other color corner, because I forgot what color I said originally. He is the man who has it tattooed on his body, the King of Hearts, James Shimo.
and Nicole just lost like her NWO virginity.
Yep, that makes no sense, so we'll move on.
No, it doesn't.
So
Why do you think they cut his interview short?
round one,
Uh-huh.
round one will work like this. You have 10 questions in predetermined categories. Each question is worth 1 point. There is no stealing, and there is no penalty for missing. Gentlemen, do you have your white pads or pens and papers ready? All right, and we will begin. Question 1 is in characters and actors. Joseph Gilgun plays Cassidy the vampire on what comic book TV show?
Ooh, good question.
If you could be a vampire, would you rather be on a TV show or a movie, Nicole?
I think a TV show because it's like repetitive.
Yeah, that is true.
Like after the movie, you're just kind of dumb, but like on a TV show, like you can just like keep going.
That is true. In 5, 4.
Repeat, please.
All right, Chris, you have 3 repeats left. James, you have 4. All right. Joseph Gilgun plays Cassidy, the vampire, on what comic book TV show? Would you change your name, Nicole, if you're a vampire, or to something more exotic, like El Nicola or something?
I feel like it would just probably be like Queen Vampire.
Oh, Queen A. So nothing too subtle. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Chris Day, what do you have?
Well, my pen was kind of being gay, but I have Constantine.
You have Constantine. Okay, we'll go across to James.
I'll thank Chris Day for the repeat because once you reset his name, I knew where it came from. Preacher.
James is correct for 1 point. Preacher was correct.
Very
Shut up, Nicole.
All right. In question 2 is in directors. Speaking of Chris's answer, who directed the movie Constantine?
Oh, the irony.
Oh, this movie was so hard to watch when giving up cigarettes.
That didn't help.
I mean, I didn't do it, but I mean, it would have been hard if I actually gave up at that time. I gave up years later.
Well, there you go. At least you did it.
Yep.
Why is my pen not working?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Stop.
1. Okay, we got 1 repeat from James, so we have 3 left for it each. All right. In directors. Chris, when I'm talking about, I need you to be quiet.
Sorry.
Who directed the movie Constantine, starring Keanu? I am Keanu.
I do love that movie, though. I really do.
It's all right.
Everything about the movie would be cool if it was a little bit more accurate. Visually, it's stunning. I'll give it that.
I mean, yeah, but visually, it's good.
He did a good job.
Hellraiser is one of my favorite comics, so I'm a bit biased. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll go across to James Shimo first.
Francis Lawrence, I believe?
That is correct for 1 point. And Chris?
No, I put Alex Kurtzman.
I was going to say not him.
I forgot he didn't direct the movie Till the Mummy, and we don't want to remember that.
Yes. All right, so question 3 is in scores and or soundtracks. The song Hurt by Johnny Cash was featured heavily in what Marvel movie?
Oh, good question.
I hurt myself today.
Well, I mean, if you're going to say it, make sure it's a promise, Chris, you know?
You just got sniped, fool. Sorry.
I think my favorite thing about when Grant says mean things is because he just says it with like it's so casual.
It's called the Australian accent. In 5, 4, 3,
It is.
2, 1. All right, we'll go across to Chris Day.
My boy, Logan.
He's on the board for 1 point. And James?
Logan.
Oh, he's
I was going to say, if you get that wrong.
so far.
Good job, James.
All right. Next
Favoritism.
question is in families. Who is the father of Quicksilver in the Marvel comic universe? If you could have any father out of any comics, Nicole, who would it be?
Oh goodness.
That's a good question.
Any father.
Batman.
It wasn't your turn to answer the question, Chris. I don't know. That's a really good question.
All right, I'll give you some thoughts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And James.
Magneto.
That is correct for 1 point. And Chris.
Magneto.
That is also correct. All right, question 5 is in the category of live action adaptations. What was the first TV series to have a live action version of the Morlocks, the mutants who live in the sewers in the X-Men universe? Living in the sewers, not as great as the Ninja Turtles make it out to be. The pizza there really tastes like shit.
Can you repeat that, please?
Chris, you have 2 left. All right, in live action adaptations. What was the first TV series to have a live action version of the Morlocks, the mutants who live in the sewers that are in the X-Men universe?
I'm still on the dad question right now. I'm like putting so much thought into this.
Who would you want to be your dad?
My one would be easy. It would be the Presence because he created everything. Therefore, I'd be basically Jesus. So,
I mean, that's true.
I can see your dad being
that being said, I'd probably have as much communication with him as I do my real one. Sad story in 5, 4,
Same, though, honestly.
3, 2, 1. And Chris Day.
Incredible Hulk.
That is incorrect. And James.
I went with something more recent. I said The Gifted.
That is correct.
Damn.
Oh.
Good one.
Good job.
All right. So
actually, I haven't watched that yet.
After 5 questions, Nicole, what is the score?
Our current score right now, James has a perfect score of 5, and Chris is with 2.
Chris is with 2. All right. So our next one is in movie release dates. Something that I know James has definitely got one over on me in a recent match. I won't go into too much detail. In what year did the movie Blade get released?
Oh, Blade. I've
never
that
seen
movie in so long.
Makes me really thirsty for tomato juice every time I watch that opening scene, so I don't know why.
Can you just say that word again?
Tomato. Sorry, tomato. Makes me feel like them tomatoes.
Shut up, Grant. You're gonna be a dad. Like, just think about that. Didn't you just get out some tomatoes?
3, 2, 1. And we'll go to James.
98.
That is correct. And Chris?
98.
There we go. Even better.
Never seen it, but I know released it.
All right. So next question comes in the category of video games. In Injustice Gods Among Us, which Justice League member did Superman kill by burning a hole through their head/brain with his heat vision? Oh, sorry. I'll give you a technical repeat. I didn't say all the question. In Injustice Gods Among Us, which Justice League member did Superman kill by burning a hole in their head/brain with his heat vision in the Watchtower?
Oh.
I mean, I don't know the answer, but good question. Good question.
I mean, if you could burn a hole through anyone's head with your heat vision, who would it be, assuming that they're not already in the match?
Like in Jack of All Trivia?
Yeah, in general.
Oh. I mean,
Don't
probably
say
like half the people I work with, but you know, if we're talking Jack of All Trivia and not in this match, probably Haven.
Oh God, I thought you were saying me.
5, not in this match, Chris.
In this match.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Mr. Day.
I kind of blanked, but I put Martian Manhunter.
Put Martian Manhunter. That is incorrect. And James.
This might be my first miss. I said Green Arrow.
That is incorrect. Superman actually beat him to death instead of doing it that way. We were looking for Shazam / Billy Batson.
That's right, Shazam.
Yeah. All right.
Shazam.
Question 8 is in locations in the MCU, or as it's more commonly known, MCU. The Triskelion is located in what capital in the United States?
Can you repeat that?
Okay. You got one repeat left.
I know.
The Triskelion is located in what capital in the United States?
I used to pride myself in elementary school knowing my capitals.
It's a little bit different in Australia because we only have just a little over half a dozen.
Yeah.
A lot of desert though.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
5, 4,
cool.
3, 2, 1, and James.
Used to live there, actually, Washington, D.C.
That is correct for 1 point. And Chris.
I don't want to say it. It's too embarrassing.
You got to say it.
Reno.
Reno,
yes.
I was thinking of Thor.
All right, we'll just move on from that then.
I have no comment.
All right, this is in Batman's dialogue. So, Batman dialogue, which is an actual category. So, which version of Batman had this quote? It's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
That's deep.
Which movie?
We're looking for what version of Batman.
Oh. I got a Batman movie coming out.
That's called Badman. It's very similar. Which will be released in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mr. Day, what do you got?
Christian Bale, because I'm Batman.
That is correct. And James.
So I went a little differently. I said Christopher Nolan's Batman or the Batman Begins version.
Yes, that's fine. I have 4 answers of it. So yeah, that is also yeah. Because when you say which version, people take it very literally. I learnt my lesson the hard way. All right. And your last question is in the category of Spider-Man. A man who's afraid of spiders, I believe. Which villain swapped bodies with Peter Parker in the original version of Superior Spider-Man, the comic book series?
Spider-Man is definitely my favorite out of everybody. All the movies.
Because he's always some skinny dude that can fly around the streets and.
Well, I know I'm not. I'm out.
Yeah, for real. But the movies and stuff and the comics were just more interesting to me. The story was, I don't know.
Spider-Man, the 90s animated TV series, made me fall in love with the character. 5,
yeah, it's one of the best things.
4, 3,
Same here.
2, 1. Mr. Shimo, what's your answer?
Otto Octavius, a.k.a. Doc Ock.
That is correct for 1 point. And Chris?
Harry? I didn't know.
That is incorrect.
Harry?
Yep. Harry Osborn.
I don't want to let's talk about it.
Harry. Don't steal my body, Harry. All right. So, Nicole, can you please give us a score update after round number 1?
Absolutely. So right now, James is almost at a perfect score with 9 points, and Chris is trailing behind with 4.
All right. So, 5 points. Round 2 is the round that will define what's going on. So you get a choice between 6 categories. Normally I would roll dice, but you know what? I'm going to let you guys choose your numbers. If you don't like the one that you get, you can ask for a mulligan. But whatever you land on the second time, you have to do it. It's a standard round 2, multiple choice. So you guys know what's going on here. So James, because you're in the lead, you get the choice if you want to pick your number and go first, or would you like to defer it all to Mr. Day.
If you got the lead, make them chase you. I'll go first.
That's the way to do it. Keep the foot in the throat. It works perfectly for me every time until it doesn't. All right, so pick a number between 1 and 6.
All right, give me number 5.
Number 5 is in weapons in comics, or it's actually weapons/artifacts in comics.
I'm gonna throw that one back, I think.
You have a throwback. What is your next one?
3.
And number 3, what you landed on is DC.
All right.
All right. So DC encompasses everything from comics to web stuff to movies. So it's general DC knowledge.
Cool beans.
Right. So for your first question, according to current DC continuity, how many alternate Earths/universes are there?
The current timeline, I believe it's infinite Earths.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
They went back. They got rid of the New 52 when they introduced the Dark Multiverse, and they broke the source wall.
There you go.
All right. In the television series Young Justice, who were the 4 young heroes who wanted to join the Justice League in the first episode?
Okay, Robin.
I will give you an extra couple of seconds of this because you have to do multiple things. So, go.
Robin, Speedy, Aqualad, Kid Flash.
Another 2 points for James.
Good pull.
He was ahead.
Whatever, same damn thing. I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Question 3. Wally West Flash marries Linda Park. But what are the names of his 2 kids? We're looking for their first names.
Oh, crap.
Owen Crap, is that your final answer?
No. Multiple choice.
All right. Is it Wally Jr. and Linda West? Is it Jai and Iris West? Is it Jai and Linda West? Or is it Wally Jr. and Iris West?
I believe it's Jai and Iris.
Correct for 1 point.
Nice.
All right. Which version of Robin was shot in the head by the KG Beast and ended up suffering amnesia?
Dick Grayson.
Oh, correct for 2 points. Didn't even need to really think about it. All right. And your final question in DC. Who was responsible for the murder of Roy Harper and Wally West in Heroes in Crisis?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Harley Quinn? Is it B, the Joker? Is it C, the Reverse Flash? Or is it D, Professor Zoom?
It's Harley Quinn.
That is correct for 1 point. And James going really, really good in that round. What is the score now, Nicole?
Yeah, please some of the scores.
The score is very close. It's James with 17 and Day with 4.
That's a knockout.
All right, so Day needs to get a decent enough score and not give away any steals to avoid the KO here. All right, Chris. So you have a choice between 1 and 6, but 3 is no longer on the table. You already know.
Let's go with the number I love. Number 1.
Number 1 is in the category of Arrow.
No. Number 5.
Okay, so he's going for the one that was already said earlier.
Number 2.
You said no. That's all right. You can do it. As I said, weapons in comics.
Oh, hell no. Oh, shit.
All
and
right.
shot yourself on that one.
Yeah, I already knew I was going to get my ass kicked, but not this bad.
All right.
Well, if you paid attention, you would have known not to pick that number.
Sorry, Mom.
All right. Question 1. What is the most powerful colored lantern ring?
Most powerful lantern.
His face just looked like.
Stop, please. I'm going to say the gray ring.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
James for 2 points still.
It's the white lanterns.
Yeah.
That is correct.
It is.
All
I
right.
messed that up.
Your second question is, what is the name of Odin's longsword considered to be one of the most powerful weapons in the Marvel Universe?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it a Boar's Blade? Is it Odin's sword? Is it the Celestial Longsword? Or is it the Infinity Blade?
B.
Odin's sword is correct for 1 point. All right. What is the most powerful weapon / artifact in the entirety of the Marvel Universe?
Multiple choices. I don't want to fuck that up.
Is it the Cosmic Cube? Is it the Infinity Gauntlet? Is it the Heart of the Universe? Or is it the Phoenix Force Egg?
It's the Infinity Gauntlet.
That is incorrect.
Damn it!
To James.
Believe
Nicole.
that's the heart of the universe.
That is correct for 1 point.
God damn it.
Nicole, can I get a score recap, please?
Yeah, I don't know if we should keep going or not. It's 20 to.
No, please don't. It's over.
It's 20 to
It's
5.
like a dog in the street.
Just
Just
go. The most Chris can get up to would be 9. And your winner, by way of KO, one of the first proper KO in the new division of comics, James, King of Hearts, Shimo.
Jesus Christ.
I kind of feel annoyed that I wrote another half of the match, but that's all right. We'll go on from there. So,
how do you think I felt with the earlier match?
We'll go across to Nicole. What was your thoughts on the match?
I love the questions. I'm also kind of annoyed that like it ended so quickly because Chris Day was so terrible, but at the same time, like that's a win for James, the win for the NWO. So very happy about that. But all in all, I thought it was a interesting, like kind of interesting match, I guess.
It was a slaughter.
Yeah, it was like a slaughterhouse, but you know, I enjoyed doing comics for a change, and it was a lot of fun.
I agree. I mean, everyone likes to see, you know, a crocodile rip apart like an ant at some stage, because that's kind of what it was. No disrespect to Chris, but you literally ran into the Juggernaut in that one. So we'll go across to the Juggernaut, the King of Hearts himself, James. How did that match went?
I mean, honestly, let's not sugarcoat this. It went exactly how I expected it to. I mean, this is like putting a freaking garden gnome in a match with a sledgehammer. I mean, it's not going to end well. Like, he's just going to get crushed. I mean, granted, I mean, he tried his best to make it a fight, and I give him all the credit in the world for that. But I mean, come on, there was no denying how this match was going to go. One way or the other, Chris Day was going to bend the knee, and he would repeat after me saying, "Hail to the king." And that's exactly what went down. Period. End of story.
So, I mean, are you feeling a little bit annoyed that one question separated you from a perfect game?
Yeah, that did kind of stick in my craw a little bit. I was like, I should have remembered that one. I was just like, I was kicking myself because if I'd have hit that one, you're right, I'd had a perfect game aside from going to multiple choice in those. Because to me, if you got to go multiple choice, it's not technically perfect, but that's just my own hang up. But I mean, yeah, just missing that one question really is going to stick in my craw for a little while.
All right, and we'll go across to our second place finisher, aka the person who lost the match, Mr. Day. How you doing?
Hey, yeah. Look, I won't give anything credit. am very proud of James. That was an excellent match. I knew I was going to get my ass kicked anyway. I mean, he knows his shit. Like, it's like putting him in a movie division match with like somebody like me or Nicole. Like, I only did it because I wanted to have a little fun. I didn't think it would be this bad. But no, yeah, look, I am proud of myself for like at least trying and not like totally giving up like I did with Haven and that fluke in the wrestling match, which I'm so ready to come back into because I know that. But like, yeah, I obviously need to study more. I'm proud with the Magneto question and the Logan question. You know, I'm actually proud that I actually knew some stuff, and I know that I really was trying. I'm proud of the points I got. Like, I understand you're a James fanboy, whatever, fangirl, but I understand, like, that, like, whatever. Can I finish talking, please? Anyway, I'm proud of what I did, and I know she's only teasing me. I'm proud of what I did with the points I did because it's a lot to go up against somebody like a Grant or like a James, especially when he's really good at comics. Like, but I mean, I gave it my all, but clearly it wasn't enough, and obviously I need to go study more. So, but no, he's a terrific fighter. It's cool to see me face off James finally, but yeah, I think I might just, you know, I obviously am coming back. I need to study more, but I might stick mostly, maybe see me every once in a while. I might stick to the movies and IG and action because I clearly don't know shit about comics. I need to study. I mean, I 100% am being honest. I'm not joking about it. I need to study.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your two competitors. And also about that wrestling thing, you're the one that called me out, Chris Day, if I remember. You did do a video challenging me to a wrestling match. And we do have the person who is in charge of wrestling here and also the champion. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
if that's something that
I come from a family of wrestlers. What can I say?
Yeah, you come from a family of a million different things. But I'm saying if you want to do wrestling, I'm down to do it. So, Nicole, if there's any chance that we can make this happen in the future, I don't know if I can KO Chris as bad as James did, but you know what? I'm going to give it the good old college try.
Absolutely. Let me know when.
All right, I got 10 minutes now. Let's go. You know. Anyway, so what we'll do now is we'll go around the world, and everyone can tell people where they can find you. James, for this nice and short, sweet match, where can the good people find you?
Yeah, find me over at Jack of All Trivia running the Inner Geekdom division. I love running that thing. Grant is our current champion, so you can enjoy watching him. He's actually got a championship match coming up fairly soon, 60-minute Iron Man match against the one and only arsonist Jay Burns, so be on the lookout for that.
That'll be fun.
You can also find me defending my wrestling championship in the Wrestling Trivia League, hosted by the lovely and talented Miss Nicole Morris, also on Jack of All Trivia. And you can also find me generally getting my ass kicked in the movie division here at Jack of All Trivia as well. And, of course, I will go ahead, since he's here, plug, what was it, Action Roundup or something like that? Or
yeah.
It was a action movie match earlier with Grant Gregory. It was a lot of fun, and it was one of, honestly, the more intense matches I've been a part of. So definitely check that one out as well.
All right, and we'll go across to Chris Day. Where can they find you, and anything you need to plug?
First off, I would say I want to apologize for teasing Nicole too much. She loves teasing the shit out of me, and it annoys me. But it's so good to see all y'all again, and especially since I haven't seen Nicole in such a long time. You guys can find me on Nerd Central. Like James just said, we had an amazing match, by the way, for this new league, and I love action movies, and I want to make it as an action film director and actor someday. So we made an action league called Action Roundup, and it probably was one of the funnest matches, even as a host, like I got to do. So please go check that out. You guys can also check out my movies on there. I got a lot of them, and I have a new one coming up in May, and I'm still working on new films right now, and I got a Batman film coming out this year. So, and I'm super excited to play that. But it was time to be here. I'll be back eventually. And it was good to see everybody.
Album, right?
Yeah, plug your.
I'm working on it, yeah. But I'm not going to talk about it right now because I can't.
So. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go across to Nicole. Anything you want to plug, and where can they find you?
No, not really. You can just find me at Jack of All Trivia, hosting wrestling, or, you know, fanboying in James's corner in his matches, something like that. I do like about myself every night. But no, if you want to get in on a match, you know, wrestling, I'll be defending the title in movies, I'm sure, pretty soon. And yeah, that's about it.
All right, and my name's Grant Gregory. You can find me anywhere where there's good trivia going on. For Chris the Enigma, for For James the King of Parts, for Nicole the Fanboy, we're wishing you a good night.
My new